Reaction with water. When acids are mixed in an aqueous solution, they produce ions. When dissolving an acid or a base in water, you have to remember that it is a highly exothermic process. Keep in mind that the heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out, which leads to burns. This may lead to the glass container breaking due to excessive local heating. When you mix an acid or base with water, it results in decrease in the concentration of ions per unit volume. This process is called dilution and you get diluted acid or base. Strength of acids and bases. Strength of acids and bases. To find out the strength of an acid or a base, we use a universal indicator which is a mixture of several indicators. We use a pH scale for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution. Measure pH from 0, which represents very acidic, 14, which represents very alkaline, and neutral elements have a pH value of 7. Did you know the chemical properties of all acids are similar? You know that hydrogen gas is released when acids react with metals. This proves that hydrogen is a common to all acids. However, you need to find out if all elements that contain hydrogen have a acidic properties. Importance of pH in everyday life. pH forms an integral part of our day-to-day life. The pH of the soil. The pH of the soil or soil reaction indicates the acidity or alkalinity of soil. It is measured in pH units. It is defined as the negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration. Soil pH is considered to be a master variable in soils because it has control on many chemical processes that takes place. It specifically affects plant nutrient availability by controlling the chemical forms of the nutrient. The pH in the digestive system. Our stomach produces hydrochloric acid which helps in the digestion of food without causing any harm to the stomach. When the stomach produces too much acid, it leads to indigestion and causes pain and irritation. The solution to this pain is the use of bases called antacids which neutralize the excess acid. The pH change is the cause of tooth decay. The cause of tooth decay is the corrosion of the tooth enamel. This tooth enamel, made up of calcium phosphate, is the hardest substance in our body. It is not soluble in water but gets by acids, and when the pH is below 5.5, the bacteria present in our mouth produces acids by degrading sugar and food particles that are left in the mouth after eating. To prevent this, clean the mouth after eating food, also using toothpaste which are basic in nature, and it can neutralize the excess acid and prevents tooth decay. Did you know? Animals and plants release acids in self-defense. For example, a bee sting or a stings by a nettle plant. These are self-defense mechanisms developed by nature for plants and animals. Family of salts. Salts are formed from the reaction between acids and bases. It is produced when the H plus ion of the acid is replaced with a metal ion or by the ammonium ion. Salt with the same positive or negative radicals are said to belong to a family. For example, NaCl and Na2SO4 belong to the family of sodium salts. Similarly, NaCl and KCl belong to the family of chloride salts. pH of salts. Here is the pH of salts. A strong acid and a strong base, pH value of 7. A strong acid and a weak base, pH value less than 7. A strong base and a weak acid, pH value more than 7. Chemicals from common salts. Following chemicals are a product of salts. Common salt. Common salt with the chemical name of sodium chloride is an ionic compound with the formula NaCl. It is responsible for the salinity of the ocean. It is commonly used as a condiment and food preservative since it is the major ingredient in edible salt. Sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide, commonly known as caustic soda, has a molecular formula as NaOH. It is a highly caustic metallic base available in pellets, flakes, granules, and is a 50% saturated solution. It is soluble in water, ethanol, and methanol. It is used as a strong chemical base in the manufacture of pulp and paper, textiles, drinking water, soaps, and detergents, and as a drain cleaner. Bleaching powder. Bleaching powder with the chemical name of calcium hypochlorite is a chemical compound with formula CaClO2. It is used mainly for water treatment and as a bleaching agent. It is a relatively stable chemical and has greater chlorine available than sodium hypochlorite. Baking soda. Sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate, commonly known as baking soda, is the chemical compound with the formula NaHCO3. It is a white solid that is crystalline but appears as a fine powder. It has a slightly salty alkaline taste. Washing soda. Sodium carbonate, commonly known as washing soda or soda ash with the chemical formula of Na2CO3, is a sodium salt. It is domestically well known for its everyday use as a water softener. It can be extracted from the ashes of many plants. It is synthetically produced in large quantities from salt and limestone. Did you know water of crystallization is the water that occurs in crystals? It is necessary for the maintenance of crystalline properties but capable of being removed by sufficient heat. It is the total weight of water retained by certain salts at a given temperature. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. An acid is a substance that produces hydrogen ions when added to water, whereas a base is a substance that produces hydroxide ions when added to water. Olfactory indicators indicate whether a particular substance is an acid or base due to change in their smell. Every liquid you see will probably have either acidic or basic traits. All metals above hydrogen in the reactivity series react with dilute acids to form their respective salt and free hydrogen. Acids react with carbonates and hydrogen carbonates to form their respective salt, water and carbon dioxide. Acids and bases are the chemical opposites of each other. When acids are mixed in an aqueous solution, they produce ions. A pH scale is a scale for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution. Salts are formed from the reaction between acids and bases.